Hey everybody, happy Saturday from Karen, Waterfall Acrylics. How are you? Trying to do a pour in the daylight so you guys can see better, I hope. And to show you what I did last time, I was listening to my all-time favorite band, Morphine. So maybe I should turn it off because I'll be distracted. So echo, cancel. Okay. So I can't show you the blue painting from 2 videos ago because I scraped it and did this one instead. So there's that guy. He's on a little 8x8 inch thick cradled wood. Kind of got messy on the back. I had to figure out how to clean it up. But it's really, really pretty. Especially, it doesn't convey, I don't think, in pictures or on video, but in person, it's really nice. So I can't wait to resin it and shine it up, even though it's fairly shiny with the GAC. And then the other thing I want to show you real quick, it's just a little find, so you guys remember this one, but it has this nice little pop-out frame. So this is on a panel board, you know, the little canvas boards, I mean. And I found these frames at Michael's, like dirt cheap, that I don't have the glass in because I didn't want the glass, but they fit the little 8x8s perfectly. I'm going to put a nice little piece of felt and my little waterfall sticker on the back of it, and then they can hang it, and it just finishes the product really nicely. So if you like the little canvas panels, I know a lot of people don't because they are prone to warping, and then you got to straighten them out. So my tip for that is, whenever you're letting it dry, don't dry it like this because then it curls or whatever. Put something, oops, give me my cup, in the middle like this, so the sides kind of, the weight of it keeps it flat. So, but that one came out nice and flat, so pretty cool little frame. I am pouring over a previous canvas that just, I hated it from the get-go. I think a lot of people liked it. I never got over it. I let it dry, and I think it dried horribly, and to me it's just a big fat mess. So I'm going to pour right over it tonight, so you get to see a pour over on a previously gently used canvas. And then I think I'll be able to do one more pour, and then you guys probably won't see me for at least a month. And when I was talking about a couple days ago that I had a really bad, terrible, awful day, and that was the day I spilled the GAC and whatnot and all that nonsense. That wasn't the reason why it was a bad day. So the bad news is we're moving back to Virginia and leaving New York. So super bummed about that. So that means I'll be out of pocket for a while, but not right now. So let's paint. There's my canvas, my colors all ready to go. There's my previously used canvas pour. It's a similar color palette because I did like it with a couple extras. You can tell I got a little crazy with the colors. So let's start with those. In this cup right here we have the Master's Touch acrylic that you buy at Hobby Lobby. They had them for like 74 cents. It was very exciting. I got this one a couple months back. So this is Lake Blue. I have some PBO Studio acrylics. That's this guy, and this is a Venice Red. And that one. Way over here, I'm killing off, I just have a tiny bit of Naples Yellow. And some of the good stuff, the teal, the golden. My all-time favorite color, lucky number 308, the Senlier, the indigo blue here. And then in this big guy right here is Muted Turquoise. Over here, this is Yellow Ochre, the Winsor Newton. And then finally, the Winsor Newton Professional, a deeper version of the Venice Red is basically the red iron oxide, this guy right here. So I initially was going to do this on a bigger canvas. I have a, this is a 10 by 20. I have a 12 by 24 sitting around. I have a 16 by 16 and an 18 by 24, and ultimately, since I really don't like this canvas and the colors are similar, I thought it was a good time to just try to do it again. So that's the plan. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day here in New York City. Fun fact for the day, as I start to layer my colors, 3 drops of treadmill silicone in all the colors in my big old cup of tea white is, did you know that it is against the law in New York City to dangle puppets or marionettes from any building? That was on a sign today, and it kind of made me chuckle. Because, who knew that that was a problem at one point? Which I guess it would be, because it would be fun to stick a puppet or a marionette out of a high-rise window and make it dance around, have people watch, I guess. I don't know. We spent the day over in Brooklyn. We did a walk on the promenade with the view of the whole city and the skyline, and it's clear as a bell out. So that was gorgeous. What color do I want first? I want this color first. So we did that, and then we walked around Brooklyn Heights, all the cool neighborhoods with all the brownstones. We were comparing them to the ones here on the Upper West Side. So all in all, a lovely day. Tomorrow's supposed to be lovely, and then Monday will be hell as we rent a car, pack up some suitcases and our dog and our cat, and drive to my sister-in-law's house and camp out with her so that Chloe can start school on Tuesday morning. And the reason why we're leaving New York is because the New York Department of Education could not identify a school that could meet my daughter's special education needs. And it's a long, sordid, ugly story that I'm not going to bore you guys with. Suffice to say, we found out the day I made that video where I was having a bad day, we found out that they had struck a couple of key sentences out of her special education plan from the Virginia version. When they converted to the New York State version, they struck out some key sentences that dealt with what she would need to succeed in school, and that just won't do. Just would not do. And I demanded that they put them back in, and it was met with crickets. And ultimately, we cannot afford private schools here. They're like outrageously expensive. I mean, I'm talking like $50,000 a year expensive. It's a long story, but suffice to say, she comes first. Her education comes first. And I'm fortunate enough that I work for a company that is very good about taking care of their employees. And when we explain the situation, they're like, okay, back you go. So I will go back with my family for a couple weeks. We're gonna break the lease. I don't even want to think about that. Break the lease to our apartment. And then hopefully get the half of our household effects are in storage, and half of it's here, obviously. So we hope to get our things out of storage and back into our house that we had taken off the rental market, so we can at least move back into our home. And then my husband and my daughter will stay in Virginia, and I will come up here by myself for a few weeks. I don't want to leave the office short-staffed, and I'm a manager, like at least in this office, a fairly senior manager with a bunch of people under me, so I can't leave them high and dry, so I gotta stay at least into late September, early October. Let me put a layer of whites. Did I use all the colors? Maybe not this guy. And we're kind of over it now, sort of, kind of. We were really looking forward to fall and winter. You know, my daughter ice skates. She really wanted ice skates, and you know, at Rockefeller Center and in Central Park, and see Christmas and New Year's here, but just not meant to be. So what's so funny is I called her school in Virginia and said, hey, you know, explain the situation and asked if we could come back. And you know, the princess was like, sure, with open arms. Just send me her shot record and you're good to go. Nope, not that one. This one. And it was like so easy. So when New York State says that they can't accommodate a learning disability, like a documented learning disability, that's really sad. Now, if you have a child with, say, non-functioning autism, or maybe Down syndrome, or you know, Parkinson's disease, or you know, physically disabled, then they got you. They got it covered. They're good. They have schools that can handle that, and they offered it to me. But when I looked it up, you know, these are kids that need assistance getting dressed, or need assistance feeding themselves. And I'm like, that's not my kid. Like, she can function. She just has no short-term memory. So we had to say no to that offer. But so anyway, that was the reason for all the doom and gloom the other day. Although the loss of a bottle of GAC is pretty bad, I don't know. On the bright side, I guess I'll be here, you know, when I get back here in a couple weeks, I'll be able to paint, because I'll be here, you know, all by myself, hanging out, and what else will there be to do? So it's just a lot, you know, moving twice in like 4 months. Oh my God, just dreading it. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm trying to just add lots and lots of little layers. Usually I add more paint and just do 2 or 3 layers of each color. And I kind of want them to mingle without getting muddy. It's kind of the goal. So that's why I'm layering so much. Plus I have a lot of colors, so let's see how this turns out. I think I'm going to kill off the Naples yellow. The other day, I was running late. Usually I take the subway to work and then walk a few blocks, and I was running late, so I decided to hop a cab. And I get in, and my phone case has a couple slots. It's the kind that has like a billfold, and has a couple slots, and I usually just carry my debit card and my subway card, and that's it. That's all I take. I don't carry a purse or anything. And I get in the cab, and we start to go, and we get about 3 blocks, and I realized my debit card was in my other wallet. And I'm like, stop, I gotta get back. And I think I had like 10 bucks on me. That was it. And the cabbie's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I forgot my debit card. I'm not going to be able to pay you. And he's like, where are you going? I'm like, you got to take me, you know, like 30 blocks. It's going to be a significant bill. And he's like, can you just turn around and go back? And I'll grab my, I know exactly where my debit card is. I'll run in and grab it and we'll go. And he was like, yeah, I'll give you a free ride. And I'm like, what? I said, oh, yeah, it's a nice day. Come on, let's go for a ride. And he gave me a free ride, which was hella nice, I thought. Just super, super nice. And I was very grateful to him. And then, like, New Yorkers are just nice people. My goodness, they, you know, even today we're walking somewhere and somebody's selling water out of a cooler. They're selling water and Gatorade, and we had just paid cash for lunch, and so we only had it, and then we wanted ice cream, so we're trying to save with cash. And obviously a guy selling water and Gatorade out of a cooler isn't going to take a debit card. And we had $3, and there's 3 of us, so that's 3 bottles of water. And Chloe wanted Gatorade, and I'm like, go ahead, let her have it. I'll just drink some of, you know, my husband's water. And the guy was like, oh, no, here, Gatorade for $1 for her. Come on, I have kids too. I know what it's like. And you know, stuff like that happens here all the time. All the time. Just really nice people. So, this looks like an awful lot of paint. Not sure I'm going to use it all. Definitely, because I'm going to stop layering here. And then what I'm going to do is we'll flip cup these down, and I'm going to do probably another pour later with all these extra colors, because I still have a couple of cradled wood 10 by 10 canvases, and I'm kind of enamored with this color scheme. So let me line these up over here. Could you guys even see me layering? I hope so. Dang, I'm talking a lot today, aren't I? Chatty Cathy. Chatty Cathy. Ooh, no more paint. I was like, ooh, look at the pretty blue. All right. Better. Move the paints out of the way. Try to be on neat. My tarp is sticky because I was resining some other panels this morning. And I'm like, well, you can get one more use out of it. There's a big dollop right there. Ow. He gave out. Alright. Let's just flip all 3 over. Let me see. I don't want to drag, I just want to flip. Put one there. Those are messy flips. Put some gloves on. See how these turn out. Thank you for all the yeses to doing a sponge painting. I will endeavor to do one of those when I return to New York and I'm living in my apartment all by myself without my family. That'll be a good time to do one of those, keep me occupied. And then yeah, and then maybe do a pour on that 18 by 24 as well. So out just yet. Yeah. Oh, look at the big old bubble. Yeah, it's running all over. This paint has places to go and people to see. Look at it go. Bunch of paint in my cup, but I'm not going to need them. I might pour them on something else. Alright. Can you guys still see if I move? Let me just give this some swirl around. Come down here. Oops, bumping into cups. And come down here. Come down to my one finger. Good. I honestly meant to torch first and I forgot. I totally did. I had Julie Cutts in my head saying, torch, and hopefully she's watching and getting a laugh, but I totally just forgot right now. Damn it. What are you gonna do? Distracted. Distracted and honestly, been pretty stressed out. I'm not gonna lie. Totally stressed out. The thing of it is we lived for 2 weeks with complete uncertainty of what was gonna happen. And that's just nerve-wracking. That's just silliness. Not knowing your fate. It makes it hard to concentrate or make plans or, enjoy life if you're in a holding pattern. All right, well, I love the top part. I love the whole sandstone look. That's pretty cool. Let's torch at the other end here. Up high, pop some bubbles. Really not any bubbles though. Not that many anyway. Alright. I don't want to do too many. I really, really love that side there. Really do. Did I say really, or I mean really? Maybe a little bit in here. Look at all the iron oxide popping up. This one ain't half bad, y'all. It's not half bad. Let me do some more selective torching. Pop a bubble right there. Not bad, I say. Maybe just a couple right in here. All right. I'm actually going to throw on some gloves and give that a tilt just a little bit. I might try to pull some of this down more toward the middle. Because it's fabulous and I want to show it off. Let me see. I hope it's bright enough to see. The sun's starting to go down. I meant to start this earlier today and it was just too nice to come back and paint because it was just so pretty out. doesn't want to move around too much. It's like, you know, you poured most of me off. So again, I forgot the torch. I can't believe it. I totally meant to. But the background's so pretty. I still really like it. I mean, the background is just fabulous. So I'll take it. It's very southwest looking to me. I might have to call this one Tucson. Yep, this is Tucson, y'all. It's much nicer than the previous painting, that's for sure. Let me get the camera down. Actually, I'm going to torch 2 little spots. There's just a couple little things I don't like. Because you know, you have to fiddle with it a little bit. One is this. I don't like that right there. I'm going to stick my finger in it. You're like, what? Don't do that. Like, oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, it's better. See? And then also right here. I stick my finger in it. There's like little white specks. That's what I do. I just stick a finger in it. And there's one right here too. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it makes like a little star, and that's always a telltale sign that somebody stuck a finger in their painting, but you do what you gotta do. And I have a couple bubbles that I missed right there. And do I really want to torch anywhere else? Love the background, right? I should just walk away. Walk away? Yeah, let's walk away. All right. Where am I? Hello. I hope you guys can see better without the glare. Grooving on the colors. Thanks for watching. I'm under a half an hour, and if I have time, I'll do one tomorrow. If not, you guys take care. I'll see you in 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how crazy our lives get with moving. So, yeah, cheers, bye. Let me zoom in. I'm just gonna take the camera down this time. Hold on, I know it looks blank. Hold on, that's my hand. All right. Yay, hardly any glare. So there she is. Aren't the stripes really pretty with the cells? Like really, I'm really quite thrilled with this one. Much better than the previous one that was on this canvas. Down here, even though the cells are little, I can't talk. They're really nice. Nicely shaped, round, multiple colors. Yeah, pretty little Tucson. It's a keeper. You guys take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.